ಸ್ಪಿನ್ಸ್ ಯೂನಿಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಸಾಲೂನ್ ಅವರು 42nd ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ನ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ channsandra ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಬನ್ನಿ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರ ಟಾಪ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮಗೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಹಾಯ್ ಹಲೋ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಾನ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಗುರು. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಯೂರ ರಾಘವೇಂದ್ರ. ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಶೋ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ನನ್ನ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಹುಣ್ಣಾಗುವಷ್ಟು ತುಂಬ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇವರಿಬ್ಬರು ನಂಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ನಗು ಹಾಗಂತ ಇವ್ರು ಯಾವುದೋ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮಿಡಿಯನ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋವಂಥ ರೋಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋವಂಥವ್ರಲ್ಲ. ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಕಾಮಿಡಿ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನುಡಿಸಿದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ ಸರಸ್ವತಿನೇ ನೋಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಈಕೆನ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇವರು ನುಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಅದೊಂಥರ ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ ನೋಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವರಿಬ್ಬರ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ಕೂ ನಾನು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಂದ ಕೇಳಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿರೋಂಥನು. ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಇವ್ರ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ಕನ್ನು ನಾವು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಇವರ ಒಂದು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟಿ, ಇವರ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸ್ನಾಲಿಟಿ, ಇವರು ನಡೆದು ಬಂದಿರೋಂಥ ದಾರಿನ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಟುಡೇ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ನನ್ನ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಫೇವರೇಟ್ ಡಿಯೋ ಜಯಂತಿ ಅಕ್ಕ, ಕುಮರೇಶ್ ಅಣ್ಣ ಆನ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ
ಮಯೂರ. ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ ಮಯೂರ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರಡಕ್ಷನ್ನು ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಬಯೋಡೇಟಾ ಓದ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವರು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಇದು ಅಥವಾ 2003 ಇದು 2018 ಇದು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಯೂಶಲಿ ಐ ಡಿಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕೀಪ್ ದಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್. ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಲಿ ಆ ಥರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಯೂಶಲಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೆಟ್ ದಿ ಪಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೋ ಆನ್ ಅನ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಮೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ
ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ,
ಈಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದನ್ನ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು. ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲಿನೂ ಕುಮಾರೇಶ್ ಅಣ್ಣನ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫನ್, ಲಾಫ್ಟರ್. ಸೊ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಒಂಥರ ತುಂಬ ರಾಕ್ಷಸರು ಗುರು ಇವರು ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಶೋ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆನ್ ಪಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಎ ಶೋ, ಬೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಟುಗೆದರ್?
I think so, but
together maybe together maybe is the one of the first times.
Wow,
we are very happy to be here. Thanks for the invite. It's a beautiful day, beautiful feeling.
Yeah, thank you so much. Akka, like when did your musical journey start?
ಇದೇ ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕೇಳಬೇಕು?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಅದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ನಾನೇ ಬರೀತೀನಿ.
It started, I come from a family of musicians. ಒಂದು 6 generations-ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಟ್ರಿನಿಟಿ ತ್ಯಾಗರಾಜ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರನ್ನ ಶಿಷ್ಯ ಪರಂಪರೆ. ಮೈ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾದರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸೈಪಲ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರುವಾಗಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ 6th generation of musician in our family. So my mother, ಲಾಲ್ಗುಡಿ ರಾಜಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಅವರು, I've heard her, she was the first musician I probably heard. And my journey started when I was 3 years old. I come with a family full of violinists. Ellaru violin. Nam dodamma matra veene artist. So somehow amma started me off on the veena. And like I say, I don't think we choose the instrument chooses us anta heltivi alla. Maybe something like that. At 3 career choice madodu, I don't know if we can do.
No, we tell the same thing. We don't choose the script chooses the actors or the directors is what we
exactly say. Exactly. So starting from there it started, and then the journey went on.
So you mean to say basically a family of violin and you chose to be a veena player?
Yes.
And you married a
violin.
violinist.
Ella kadenu violence.
And how did your musical journey start?
I don't know when it started, because as she say, to start at 3 or to perform at 5 cannot happen in this life.
Absolutely.
So it should have been from lot of birth before, because the more you are in this, you understand that this is something that is not available. You can't see music, right? It is a very unheard melody kind of a thing. Like just like you say, silence, music is somewhere and we are able to access it. Not everybody is So it has chosen us. We are all channels. So to say that I started at this point doesn't make an actual... okay, for literature maybe it makes some sense, but if you look at it in a true form. The journey started when I was 5. Me and my brother, many people started performing when I was 5. So,
and they completed their 100th stage performance even before you were.
Was 10.
He was 10.
So all these things doesn't happen because we took birth now.
He started performing when he was 5.
So when you look at the instrument, it's not easy to play. So, and to connect to music and to be able to play a Varna or Raga or whatever, no? Even Swara, Kriti, something already maybe, as she beautifully says, we all came with the hardware. Only the software
was installed later.
Yeah.
So, it was all.
But do you think so, since your father was already teaching a lot of
Absolutely,
people?
Yeah. So he used to play when we were in the womb.
Correct.
So, and it is natural. Music is our natural position. We all are musical beings in a way. But to be able to access that sound, that Shruti, that Saptaswara, and be able to play it is absolute divine grace. Nothing else.
I think Sangeeta ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ when we hear to the music and everyone sings. ಹಾಡೋದು ಹಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಇರೋಂಥ ಜ್ಞಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಲೆಜಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಅದೊಂಥರ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಯೋಗನೇ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
ಖಂಡಿತ
ಅದು ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನುಡಿಸುವಾಗ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು.
ನೋ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಅದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ
ಆಗ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ. ಅದು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮೂಡು ಆಫ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು, ಲೈಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಮೈಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಸೌಂಡ್ ನುಡಿಸುವಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು,
ಸುಮಾರಾಗಿರ್ಬಹುದು,
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಕೇಳುವರು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ. ಅದು ನಮ್ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಕಿವಿ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಔಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ಸ್ ಯು ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್? ಅದೇ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ, ಅದೇ ಗುರು ಕೃಪಾ, ಈಶ್ವರ ಕೃಪಾ, ಅದೇ ತಾನು.
At what stage of your career each of you felt like, yeah, I think I'm here to tell stories. Story in the sense, your journey of story. Like, somewhere you would have felt, Anjit, I'm sure.
Yeah, it takes a while.
I had to make a choice. My Amma's elder sister, Dodamma, she was the only Vainika in a family of violinists.
Okay.
So, ಅವರು ಸಿಂಗಪೂರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದರು. And she was teaching in the Indian Fine Arts Society. She was teaching hundreds of students there. And she was an inspiration for me, my guru, Padmavati Ananthagopalanama.
Yes.
So when she moved back to India, I told Amma, I'll go to Chennai and stay with Periyamma and I'll learn. Everybody in the family was a little bit skeptical because she is a strict word. I think they would have seen her and then they would have made that word. And naughty ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ they would have done when I was young. So this combination ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಸಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ. And ಅಮ್ಮ you go ಅಮ್ಮ, now summer vacation, no you go, when is school reopening ಅಂತ she asked. She thought 2 days maximum ನಾನು ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. I stayed for 22 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And never came back.
Never came back. I would come to Bangalore only if I had a concert.
But you joined the school there only?
There. 8th standard, 9th, ಆಮೇಲೆ +1 +2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 11th and 12th, ದೆನ್ BA ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಲಿಟ್ರೇಚರ್, MA ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಲಿಟ್ರೇಚರ್, MA ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೇ.
22 years.
With Guru. 22 ಅಂದರೆ I don't know, 84.
But do you think so somewhere like when you have that kind of guru, and it's actually almost like a Gurukul system, Anbada?
Not almost. Pakka Gurukul. You stay with your guru, you leave your parents, you change your lifestyle according to your guru's life. You follow a timetable and just because she was my Dodamma, I didn't have anything easier.
Really,
yeah. So it is a complete different thing and it has a special effect.
So it's almost like cut off from everything.
Cut off from everything.
But that age, I mean, usually I always feel like so many of my musician friends, they would have been in this what do you call, in this circuit of Gurukul system, whatever, 20-25 years, they say the first film I have ever watched when I was some 25 years old. Anta helirodanu kelidini. I'll be like wondering how their life would be without television, without
friends, phone, friends, no internet anyway at that time.
Yeah, correct.
Nothing else. So energy is all, it's like a horse with blinkers. So what they show you is what you see. So I would, allowing me to go to school was like as if she was taking me to a mega movie or something. Dina school ko okay, you finish practice, go to school. So ashte. So that school gave me the window to the outside world. And then of course I started performing when I was young, 15, 16. Then I saw the outside world. But still that staying with the guru and performing was one thing.
Was it the same for you also, Anna?
For me, it was different in the sense, a bit different in the sense that it was at home. I did not go anywhere else. And my father was like, how to say, for him, music was more important.
But he was working with an LIC
insurance. He was in LIC
and
he was in Unit Insurance.
Correct.
So, for him, you go to school, that's okay. Doesn't matter. You have to play violin. That was more important for him. Because, in a way, it was his dream to be a musician.
Okay.
But his father did not allow him to be one. So, but then he saw potential in us. And recently, about 10 years back, I asked him, why did you punish us so much? When he was like really old and we won't get angry. He gave us a strange story which I was like shook by that story. He said, when I was young Kumaresh, I was around 40, he was 40. So I was around 10 or 12 at that time. An astrologer told me that I will die in a fire accident. So, and that night I saw both of you in the streets begging. I couldn't visualize. I couldn't
think of that.
Digest that. Yeah. So then I thought, if you had some kind of skill in your hand, you can survive. You can play music and survive. That's why I pushed you so much. That was a real pushing. I tell you what he will do at 3:34 in the morning.
Yeah.
I have to get up. If I don't get up, one mug of chill water will be on my face. And what he will do is that the previous night, evening, we would have practiced something. For him, the practice is perfect, is complete of that one particular phrase or a song. If the moment we wake up, we are able to play the phrase, the perfect way. So in the sense, even in your sleep, you should be able to play it. Atara, and the concept over here. So, ashtu practice madbeku. So once you have as good, then the next continue. So 4 to 7 you have to practice. The morning. First school bell, then we would go. And then see, he will be awake till 2 in the morning, record the next day's lesson in a team cassette. And we have to learn it the next day before he comes from office back home. We have to be ready with the presentation, and will correct us, and the next will go on. So that's the way it goes. So see, this journey, it is, we can say people get distracted, blah, blah, now. The distraction was there in a different way.
In different way, correct.
Each generation is different. But somewhere we have to discipline ourselves.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Sadhana.
And I will tell all parents that don't be very lenient to your children. Children don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know what is right, they don't know what is wrong. So disciplining them is important. Without discipline, freedom is a disaster.
Yep.
Freedom and discipline go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So in our walk, like we are musicians, if we have discipline in music, the sadhana that goes in, the tapasya that goes in, that helps us express music with freedom.
Yeah.
In any subject, you need that. So in life, you need discipline to live a life with freedom. So without discipline, you'll be all over the place. You'll talk whatever, you'll do whatever.
I used to tell my mother, I remembered like saying like, how I wish when I was so young, or like Ideally, you should have made me practice like some 6 to 7 hours per day. You should have literally held my collar. You should have whipped me and you should have done. She was like, listen, I had 20 people at home. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಸಂಭಾಲಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಂತಿತ್ತು. So how I didn't have the bandwidth ಅಂತ. Now when I look back, I feel like, okay, whatever they made us, they gave us that upbringing, that those roots were all solid, strong. But it's in a sweet way you get jealous of when you see people who are like, who would have slogged their life for years together.
No, Raga, each of us have a journey.
Correct.
Each of us have a beautiful journey, beautiful story to say. So we just look like what you're doing now is phenomenal. Many people will be thinking, I should do like Mayuurra. Isn't it, right?
There's no doubt about that, yeah.
So each of us have a beautiful journey to take forward. So that is the beauty of life. There's so many differences, no?
Yeah. No, I always tell the same thing. I'm not greedy for money, I'm greedy for knowledge. Greedy for wisdom. That's the best way.
That is different. Because knowledge is always borrowed. Okay?
Knowledge is borrowed.
Always borrowed.
Yeah.
Only when you start understanding
Wisdom
knowledge,
comes from experience.
So the understanding, you bring the originality, and then you start experiencing that understanding, you become that wisdom happens. Yeah. So very knowledge is always borrowed.
Yeah. Knowledge is always borrowed.
Yeah.
And ಮುಂಚೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, knowledge ಅಂತ. Then later I felt like, yeah, knowledge is borrowed. Yeah. So after that, what is the ultimatum ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ at least like ಏನೋ ಒಂಥರ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಥರ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಥರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಂತ. ಎನಿವೇ, ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ಅಣ್ಣ, ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಜರ್ನಿ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಸೆಡ್ 3 yearsಗೆ ಆ ಮಗುಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ ಐಡಿಯಲಿ, like nothing other
even
than
at 5 you won't know, 7 you will not
7 also, yeah, correct,
You won't know.
yeah, you will know, you absolutely won't know. See what I feel at that time, I don't know how we played because no recordings were there. Because to finish 100 concerts when you are 10, people would have been curious to see what 2 children playing. We were very chubby. I don't know what kind of music we played, but they would have come to see what this cutie is playing, what are they doing. I think that's what they would have come for. I don't know what kind of music had come. I have no idea.
And you don't have recordings at all, huh?
No.
Later.
No, later. About post 85, 86 we have. Before that, no, see, the background, the way we came from, very ordinary family, very.
Yep.
So we are all come from the hard way, right?
Yeah.
Dad used to cycle to office.
Yeah.
We didn't have a scooter or a car and all that. No, we used to cycle 10 kilometers up and down every day. So you know how it was, about 300 rupees salary a month and all that. 3 children. So all that, so total hard work only.
Who was the third child?
I have a sister.
Yeah,
she's
even
in
is she into music?
She saw what was going through her. She told me, I can't. And by that time, my dad was done with both of us. I think he lost his energy also.
So, then question ಏನು ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು? I can't ask this question to you, but I can ask Akka. Akka, do you remember your first concert?
Yeah, I remember one formal concert before which I had played quite a lot of concerts. So for this particular concert, my guru had made me practice so much, that the 2-hour content, like autopilot, I finished off in 1.5 hours.
Really?
So then the organizer, Mama, he came and told my Dodama, so she has to play it from 3 to 5. It's only 4:30. Ask her to play some more.
Yeah.
When Dodama said, like this, play some more, I thought she's asking me to play the concert again. So I started from the Varna.
Really?
Yeah. So I didn't know, because at home when I play, she would say, go over and over again, right? I finished. Young kid, what do you know? When she said like that, I thought, oh, okay, she's asking me to play a whole thing. Maybe I didn't play it. I started from August. I started. Then she was like, no, play something else.
Really?
I remember this concert very well.
See, agar a first concert always will have a lot of memories.
Oh, yeah.
Anna, do you remember your first?
Yeah, I remember what I played. I remember very vaguely, it was the Asia Pavilion in what is it, Pragati Maidan in Delhi, 1972. There was a AAR Pavilion. AAR, they had put up a stage and we played there. We played Abogi Varnam, we played Bravo Barma. I think we also played Sobilu Saptaswara. I really remember. That much I remember.
That's
After
more
that,
than enough.
And we had that great Ramnath Ishwaran uncle playing Mridangam for us. Ramnath Krishnan's older brother.
Older brother.
So I was so lucky. So, this was divine.
Divine, Allah? Ashtel. But do you feel like coming from the family of Lalgudi was ಒಂಥರ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಾ?
People would expect a certain flavor of music from you. So for me, influences were very varied.
Okay.
Dodamma, she had her own style.
Okay.
And I used to be guided by Lalgudi Mama also. Today is his birthday, by the way.
What do you say?
Yeah, today is his birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, goosebumps. Seriously.
We were guided by him.
Yeah.
And everybody, I mean, such a big banyan tree, everybody was influenced by him. So I used to play with Lalgudi Vijayalakshmi, my cousin, and Sikil Mala. We were called the VVV, the violin Venu Veena combinations.
Okay.
All three youngsters. At that time, like Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, they would call us everywhere. I don't know, they've played quite a lot of concerts, VVV. So Mama used to guide us. He had played the VVV earlier. So this version of VVV, he was guiding. And pressure in the sense, being the niece of Lalgudi Jaram, they would expect, first of all, many people, me to play the violin. Okay, and then many people have come and told me, Lalgudi is your mama, why are you playing the veena? So that itself was a pressure. And then Dodamma was very different. She was a self-made person. And I got the opportunity to learn from Dr. S. Balachandar sir, the great
legend Veena.
So that was completely other end of spectrum. So that was one influence. Apart from that, Dodamma had put me on this kind of study program where I was learning Padams Javlis from T. Brindama, Muktama. I had opportunities to learn from DKJ sir. I had a scholarship to learn from T.R. Subramaniam sir about Ragam Tanam Pallavi. And then Tanjavur Shankarayarji would come home. He has taught some kritis to me. Like this, several musicians, I had the opportunity of interacting. So Dodamma's was not keep this, she did not want to confine me to one. Yeah. So she was allowing me to see whatever is best everywhere and kind of imbibe it and learn it. So the pressure in very subtly was there, but because I was playing the veena, slowly my journey became a separate journey.
I think how beautifully she has crafted your journey, I can say that. In the sense, she has been allowing you to explore the other things also rather than horses on blinkers.
She was too much foresight. She made me go to Alliance Française, learn to speak French and all. She said, tomorrow you will go to France and you should speak about the national instrument of India in French. Only then they will understand. Adu. She made me, I was learning dance from Alarmail Valli Akka. So, because tomorrow if I am composing for a dance ballet, adu gottagbeku nange. So, every day compulsory newspaper odbeku. Because tomorrow, if I have to speak somewhere, you should not belong in some iron age. So, everything. And night one Telugu master bandu ella kritisu nange Telugudella explain ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. See the plan, look at the plan all round 360 that she did to create an artist.
It's just not about bari saregama padane ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕೃತಿಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಿಟ್ಟು.
That is the difference between teacher and guru. What is the difference between a teacher and guru? Teacher ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ I'll teach you 5 to 6 Tuesday, Wednesday class or ಏನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Guru adopts your entire life, engulfs you. So, she would say that extraordinary is not ordinary minus something. Ordinary ಮಾಡೋದು you should do. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ extra, when you do only you become extraordinary. But over the period of life ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, this mantra I have been adopting, but ordinary ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. Then you remember, you extra ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, only then I can be extraordinary. Extra ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. But at one point in time, I want to take a bird's view and see that there is one ordinary, there is one extra, but ಇದು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ there is one extraordinary ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲೇವರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು that is the goal.
Wow. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ಟು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಇದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಗುರುಬಲ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದನೇ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಾಧ್ಯ.
Guru only. There's no doubt. Unless you know, even now, even to come here, Google only guided us. Okay? Without a guide.
Wow. How simplified she did actually. Correct, which is true. For everything we have to be ಅಂತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಓಕೆ ಈಗ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾನಿಟರಿ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಲಜಿ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ದೇಸೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಬಲ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ವೇ ಆ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಟರಿ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು. ಲೈಫಲ್ಲೂ ನನಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಐ ಕೋರ್ ರಿಲೇಟ್ ಟು ಇಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಇಟ್ ದೇಸೆ ಯಾರನ್ನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ಗುರುನಂತ ನಂಬಿ ಗುರುನಂತ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ದೆಮ್ ಅಂತ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ಒಂದು ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರು ಅಂತ ಒಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಮೇ ಬಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಯು ಸೆಡ್ ಗೈಡ್, ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಗೈಡ್ or whomsoever, that person's or that
life two things are very important: emotional anchoring, spiritual anchoring. ಎರಡು ಬೇಕು. You have to find it out. Need not be parents, need not be a spiritual guru.
Correct.
Be anything. Even this cup can be a spiritual guide. This cup can be your emotional anchor. Depends on how you look at it. Because that emotional anchoring and spiritual anchoring gives you the depth and the core strength to look at things in the right perspective. It's very important. So, the shallowness should not be there, the way we look at things. To get that depth, we need to figure out. Anger comes.
Yep.
It is the first reaction to everything.
Correct.
Right? We have to conquer that first.
Yep.
Then we understand, okay, once you take away the anger, you get a clarity of many things.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
So, once you have that, you can see the relationship between things blossom.
Yep.
The more you do that, you can understand that there is something more, something which is far more beautiful, that anchoring sets in. That's called the spiritual anchoring, which we say. They're both interconnected, but you should look for that in life to make some meaning out of this life. It's very, very important.
And in that way, like if you're saying this spiritual anchor in the nimmibru life alli, I mean, how do you define this in your life?
That is what brought us together. So people ask us if we had a love marriage or an arranged marriage. We had neither. We had a spiritual marriage because he would go every Thursday to Kanchipuram to have darshan of Kanchi Acharya.
Guruvara.
Every Guruvara. He used to go.
In Chennai, I'll go there.
He used to go. He was living in Chennai. And then Dodamma had introduced me to Kanchipuram, Periva and all of that. So one such trip, our mutual friend had come from Germany.
Okay.
And he invited us to go to Kanchipuram. So Kumaresh ji said, come, let's all go to Kanchipuram. So we went, and then Periva spoke to both of us, and then he said, both of you get married.
Till then, absolutely nothing.
Nothing. I've heard his when I heard his concert, when I was 5.
Okay.
From then, I've heard his concert. He has come to my concert, all that. But nothing in the lines of a marriage or anything. Periva is the person who actually initiated this and made this happen.
And he said, go to Bangalore.
He said, move to Bangalore immediately.
And move to Bangalore, he only said.
2001, June 1st, we got married. 2002, Jan 19th, we are in Bangalore. He said, move to Bangalore, don't be in Chennai. We are in Bangalore.
And you never, of course, you will never ask also why or anything, nothing.
So that is the anchoring, no?
Yeah, correct, exactly.
That surrender should be there.
So they take the entire responsibility.
See, you can question many things, right? Many things are external. The questioning should try to find the answers internally also. You don't get answers for everything outside.
Yeah.
All those answers will be shallow. The answers you get outside for all the questions. The moment you start going inside, clarity.
Everybody was a bit, you're going to Bangalore. Ganesh, Kumaresh, both of you have been performing here together. Suddenly you moved to Bangalore. And for me also, many musicians said, you go to Bangalore, the main scene here, it's in Chennai and all. So no, Periva has taken the responsibility.
So the main scene changes. Wherever you are, that's the main scene. That's it.
And 2002, you moved to Bangalore.
Yeah.
It's been 22 years.
Yeah.
But the changes anista Bangalore ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ?
I think it's done only good for us.
Wow.
It's done only good for us.
In general, when you guys got married actually, so when ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ what was their reaction?
ನಮ್ಮನೇಲಿ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಷಿಯನ್ ಬೇಡವೇ ಬೇಡ ಅಂದ್ರು.
What are you saying?
Correct. Because there have been times when both musicians one has to sacrifice.
Correct. Naturally, yes.
So that happens, and the way it generally is that the woman gives
The back seat.
takes the back seat, and the men. So she has 22 years. She has sacrificed her life. She has gone from her, forgotten all her childhood dreams, all the pranks she was doing. She went and she spent time with her Dodamma to learn Veena, and then to leave all that and get married to a musician, and so that. So obviously, that thought would have crossed their mind. No?
The beautiful part was the fact that Periva asked us to get married. He came and told. So my Dodamma, Kumaresh told, "Are you sure Periva told?"
Oh, they're thinking like you both have planned this, Saratrata.
Not we both. He's known for his very
Pranks or
naughtiness and
naughtiness,
pranks.
yeah,
and
yeah.
He was like mega. He's been in the movies. He's acted. You know all that.
Yeah.
So people know. So Periva sonala, Kumaresh sonala. So that was a thing. He said, Periva only said all this. And then immediately it was Lalgudi Mama in the whole family who said, when Periva says something, he has a vision. He takes responsibility for it. We can see from here. He's like a drone. He can see so many miles ahead. There is a reason why he's saying it. We must go ahead with this.
No.
Because that is the faith. We say Periva every day and we can't follow what he's saying. What's the big idea? So it was Lalgudi Mama who actually came and moved the coin forward.
And the best part, after 4 or 5 months, she still had the doubt.
Huh.
And Periva asked her, "Did he say that I told you to get married?"
He called me separately. Until then, I too had the small thing,
Did Kore do a number on me?
So then Periva called and he said, "Did he tell you that I am the person who asked?" That's when, like thought bubble went up.
That's when you got straight saying like, yes, this is how it bandbidide, spiritual call bandide anta. But like, how did the wedding happen?
Very quietly in Tirupati.
The best
he said
was,
not to call anybody.
I wanted the wedding to happen in Kanchi.
Okay. Yeah, because
For me, so he said, Periva told that if you do it here, then this will become a Kalyana Mandapam, not a Madam anymore.
correct.
So he fixed the date for us. We said, "You want to do in Kanchi? No, there's Kanchi in Tirupati. Go get married there. Don't call anybody. Keep it within the family."
Only family.
Only family.
How many about on?
15-20 people.
Ashte.
Don't make it a big fanfare. Nothing like that. Keep it very
He said, Kalyanam simple ah vechikongo. Life grand ah irukku.
Celebrate the life.
So only 15. Then afterwards, like eventually people got to know that you.
Yeah.
Many people were angry that we
why?
didn't call them for the wedding.
Yeah.
Naturally. 2 big people, 2 greatest musicians.
They were like, what? When? How?
When did you get married? Actually, Periva said, after marriage, get out of the country. Don't be here. So he said that, and she was in the US at that time. When Periva told me this, I told her this. Then she said, interestingly, Kumar, I have just got from France an invitation. Can we accept? That is 3
Festival
days
of India.
3 days after our marriage. Can we accept that? Can we go? She go. We'll go. So, and there, a lot of our fellow musicians were there. We both were together. What is Kumaresh doing here? And then we told them we both got married. What? You didn't tell us? Actually, Manlan Srinivas was there. He said, why didn't you tell me? So.
And for how many days you were in France?
No, we were there for, we went to France and we went to Switzerland. We were there for about 2 weeks. We came back, we went to Australia. We had a concert tour.
Concert tour, yeah.
So he said, don't be there for 4 months. And after marriage, 4 months, we had concerts outside India.
I think Adu ella, it is just a...
It is all his design. Divine design.
Chanayide. I like that word, divine design. It's so beautiful.
Even this is event design.
No, I mean, I'm just trying to, from a filmmaker's point of view, the minute when you're saying all these things, to me, ಒಂಥರ screenplay ತರ visuals ಹೋಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ.
See, it is like this, where science stops,
Yep.
art begins.
Yeah.
It is the art of life. So you cannot decipher and say this. You can't put it in a box.
But ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ, before marriage, you guys had performed together?
No.
Not at all.
Even that is divine audience only. It was not planned.
And when we had no intention of performing together, because I was doing my solos, he was playing with his brother as a duet.
Correct.
And I think a little after our marriage, we got a concert to play together. We said, what, really? You know, from where? Exactly where we got married. Alamelumangapuram, this thing.
Tirupati, I know, correct.
Yeah, Brahmotsavam.
And it's a duo concert, they're asking for you.
First time together.
First time together. So yeah, everything is, the plan has already been made. We are only executing. In fact, we are only watching.
How beautifully said. Everything is planned. We're just executing and we're just watching it.
We are only watching it.
See, we are props for them, that's all.
Set properties.
Yeah.
We are channels.
And how much we think. That is why, the best realization is when you perform.
Yeah.
When you perform, when you think you are playing, it's okay. When you think, please keep me as a good channel and connect to the divine Wi-Fi. And then he starts playing, and then you don't feel tired at all, because he's played, people have heard, you have also heard. And you say, people clap, and then if you at that moment think they are clapping for you, it's such a foolish thought.
Correct. Very true.
Very true.
Such a foolish thought. It is not ours. It's not ours. So how do you keep yourself and your channel clean for the divine to come? One, do your work. Practice well. Adikoskara you just go there and keep my channel clean andre you won't sadhane. All the sadhane you do. Keep your mind. Try and keep away from envy, jealousy, all these things. And ego. Ego should be there in the sense self-respect.
Correct. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. I am good and there are self-confidence.
Correct.
Arrogance. Only I am good anta illa. So
that's a difference.
That is the difference. Keep yourself like that, and then you go, and every space is a Saraswati Peeta. So don't think that, today these guys are paying me 20 lakhs, so ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಒಂದು 2 notes ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾಳೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ತೆಂಗಾ ಮುಡಿ ಕಚೇರಿ, ಸೊ 2 notes ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 5 note ರಾಗ ನುಡ್ಸ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ.
Like Mohana. You know why?
ಸರಿಗಪ್ಪದ ಸರ್
ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಅಣ್ಣ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಜೋಕ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎವರ್ ಹರ್ಡ್. ಮಾನಿ ಇಲ್ಲದರಿಂದ ಮನಿ.
ಹೌದು, ಮೋಹನ.
I know, I am thinking 3 notes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಲ್ಮುರಳಿ ಸರ್ ಅಡ್ಡನಲ್ಲೋ ಉಮಾ ಸುತ್ತಮ್ ನಾನು ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇದು.
ಜಾನ್ವರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಆಬೋಗಿ ನುಡ್ಸಿದ್ವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಪಾನಿ ಇಲ್ಲ,
ನೀರಿಲ್ಲ, ಪಾನಿ.
ಆ ಥರ ತುಂಬ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಗೋ, it is like Saraswati Ahvahana, right? You sit there. So it need not be just because I'm playing Veena, I'm saying. Anywhere you go, any job, Saraswati Ahvahana there. Correct. Right? So, and she has blessed you like this. Vak Saraswati. She's blessed us differently. She comes in each form. So that bhakti and shraddha, if you have towards what you are doing, I think the channel, the Wi-Fi, automatic connection.
ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಐ ಮೆಟ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ ಕಸಿನ್ಸ್, ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ವೇರಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್. ಹಿ ಸೆಡ್, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಇನ್ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಲಜಿ Mayuurra. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. And they were saying this. We're sitting in the temple, he's saying this. I said, what makes you say this? He said, gottilla. It has worked for me. It has not worked for me. I said, there is an answer to you. I said, when you go to an astrologer, okay, what will they say? If they say 10 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Out of the 10 things, 9 things happen to you, So according to you, this guy is the best astrologer. Astrology is the best. If you go to another astrologer and out of the 10 things, 3 things will happen, there are 7 things doesn't. So according to you, this astrologer is also on Dabba fellow, and the astrology is also Dabba. See, that is not the truth. They would have told you, saying like, okay, in ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೈಮು ಈಗ ಜೂನಿಂದ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ವರೆಗೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ they would have told you. That doesn't mean ಜೂನಿಂದ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಮನೇಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ನೆಟ್ಫ್ಲಿಕ್ಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬಿಟ್ಟು ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಚ್. ನೋ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೈಮ್. So that means they're showing some path. Okay, this is the path, this is the journey wherein you have to go. This is the direction. They're just telling you. You have to put your effort, you have to do your work, and you have to just surrender to the whatever Almighty and do your work. The result, ನಿನಗಿರೋಂಥ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇರೋಂಥ ದಾರಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸೇ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಸೇ. Nobody will say ನಿನಗೆ 11:59 today when you are sitting you will get a jackpot of 10 lakh rupees somewhere. No, you cannot say like that. This is what ಈ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ. ಏನು ಅನ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ ಫಾರ್ ದೆಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಮನೇಲಿ ಕೂತಿರ್ತೀನಿ.
The issue that's happened in our country, in our culture of late, the last 60-70 years, hard work is not respected or celebrated. Hard work is not respected or celebrated. That is very important.
Yeah.
There are so many people who strive to give quality in a lot of things that they do.
They do perfect.
We have to identify and respect them for that.
Yeah.
Once that happens, automatically the next generation will follow that, because you are showing the right path. That quality is important. Hard work is important. Strive to be the best. Somebody can be better than you. That's
Correct.
always there.
Yeah.
Try to do your best.
Your
Your
best.
best.
Once you start going on that path, you are going to people who just behind you, they'll say, he's working hard, man. I should also do that. Maybe I'll get another way of doing things better. Here we have, I don't know, the free culture, the culture of hero worship. No?
Yeah.
It's very important who we choose as our hero. Very important.
That applies everywhere. That is why I'm trying to.
Yes, it's very important whom we choose as our hero. And we have to showcase the right hero
Very beautiful.
to everybody. It's very important.
Yeah.
I think unfortunately, or for a majority sector, let me tell you, the worship what we do, the human way of worship anta tagondaga, I think alle that is where people will go wrong anta ansutte. Wrong annadakina we idealize someone, saying like, sometimes I say that never meet your heroes anbidತೀನಿ. I'm saying like andre I don't know.
True, very true. I agree with you.
I'm like, I've always
See, if we have somebody like Abdul Kalam, or Raja Ramanna, great scientist, or Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivekananda ji, Mahaperivar, Ramana Maharshi, Sringeri Acharya, heroes like that, you can never go wrong.
and we have never met antara idara saying like
But I'm saying you can never go wrong, because they live a life that sets an example for you.
yeah.
It's so important, Alva. Once you, then people will, even astrologers, everybody will be of quality. The
Yep.
best will come.
Yep.
So that is so important.
One beautiful lesson our teachers taught us. This is from Ramana. So how you should view either success
Okay.
or view life itself. So you go to a movie theater. I'm saying this because you will associate a lot with this. You go to a movie theater and the film is screened on the white screen.
The white screen.
Romance happens, scheming happens, fight happens, climax happens, songs happen. Then it's turned off. It all happens on the white screen. Is there any connection between the white screen and the movie? Once the movie is over, the screen is white. Before the movie, the screen was white. So the screen is used only to project the movie. But the movie happens on the screen. But there is no connection between the screen and the movie. So they say, be like the screen. The movie is happening. Don't connect yourself.
ವಾಟ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ವೇ.
ಹೆಂಗ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು
Beautiful.
ರಮಣ ಅವರು ಅಲ್ವಾ? The screen, the movie is happening on me, everything is happening, you are seeing it, you are part of it, but once the light is turned off, I'm still the white screen. I'm not connected with it. So you watch it, but you're ಏನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ that word, you are in it but you're not of it.
Actually,
You are the image, you are the imagination, you are the imagery, and you are not that.
you're not. I usually say this. Someone asks me like, how's your life ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅಣ್ಣ, I say this, okay, I'm there but I'm not there. That is my way of telling. Always I say, like you say, how are you ಅಂತ.
Better thing.
So I say, I am there but I'm not there ಅಂತ I keep telling it. ಅಂದ್ರೆ I say it in a very different context ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, but the way Akka explained to this, it's so beautiful, correct?
Absolutely.
It's just like a white screen. I mean,
Yeah, ಎಲ್ಲ it happens in that.
Actually, your mind is playing a number on you if you don't control it.
absolutely, yeah. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಲೈಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ we are just players or actors. It's just like you have to perform whatever it comes.
No, this has been said in our text also long ago. உலகம் ஒரு நாடக மேடை, நம்ம எல்லாம் நடிக்கிறோம். We are all actors in that stage.
Yeah.
How do you think in especially on the this is like on the Carnatic music ತಗೊಂಡು both of you are like into the Carnatic musical ಇದ್ದಾಗ relevance ಈಗ ನೀವು ಒಂದು it's been like more than 3-4 decades and both of the
he's completing 50 years. He has completed 50 years of
53,
performance.
no, 53.
53.
At the age of
ನಾನು
5.
from 84 ಅಂದ್ರೆ
40 years.
40 years ಅಕ್ಕ. 40 years. 4 to 5 decades ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಅವಾಗಿನ ಡೇಸ್ಗೆ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಇವಾಗೂ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ರೆಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್, ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯು ಗೈಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ರೆಲೆವೆಂಟ್?
See, Carnatic music itself may be 2000 years old.
Yep.
But it is as new as tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I would request you to speak on that. Then I'll add a few points.
Okay. See, relevance is a very funny term, okay? There is a very funny word people use. Music is evolving.
Evolved, correct, yeah.
Such a stupid word that is.
Yeah.
Stupid statement. Music is like divine. It's already there in its complete form.
Yep.
We as humans,
We
are only connecting a small portion to our ability and presenting it. Music is it's a complete thing already there.
Nada Brahma.
We call Nada Brahma, right? It's already there. We connect to whatever we can, and with that we do all the drama. So relevance, it is very important to feel relevant to ourselves first. That is important. How relevant do I feel to music, to this art form? So once that thought comes, you will never stop. So that even that thinking will not come, am I relevant? That will not come. Because you are always in touch with that art form all the time. You want to connect to yourself to what can I do new, what else is there for me to explore. You'll be thinking on those lines rather than externally, how do I connect to try to please somebody.
Yep. Yeah.
So only when you do that, you're talking about relevance.
Yep.
You are relevant as long as you are connected to music all the time. As long as that connection is on, you are relevant. So our journey, our understanding of music over a period of, when you are young, you want to skill yourself, you want to have a lot of energy in your playing, you want to excel, you want to be in the limelight, you want to show off, all that thing is there. But as you grow, as you see, the skill should be at the top of your game.
Yeah.
But your intellectual maturity, that happens 40 plus, actually happens 45 plus. At that time, if you are at the top of your skill, then that musical maturity that comes with that skill, that takes you to a different plane altogether. So there is a term which people normally use, musical maturity. When they are 20 or 25, they say that you have to sing in a very matured way. You have to sing for the conscious. Conscious will be 60. This guy will be 20. How can he connect to their... There is no logical way he can connect to the mindset of a 60 when he is 20.
Yeah.
He should be smart enough to understand that my space is, I am 20-year-old, my intellect is 20-year-old, I should connect to that intellect and do something special with my skill set. Then what will happen? He will create his audience, his own audience. They will grow with him. So when he is 60, he will have an audience.
I'll tell you about the usual geographical growth. It's not something that people don't know, but still we should put it on record that till today, the music schools everywhere, when COVID struck,
Yep.
and most people were out of jobs, Carnatic musicians were very much employed.
Yeah.
Now classes are happening on Skype, on
Yep.
Zoom. So
yeah.
this has enabled music enthusiasts from any part of the world
Absolutely,
to
yeah.
have classes. New Carnatic music festivals in Paris, in Europe, in London, in
US, of
USA,
course, yeah.
Singapore, everywhere. You see the amount of travel Carnatic musicians are
Yep.
doing now. So music festivals are happening everywhere. Children are learning. A lot of young people are coming to concerts.
Yep.
A lot of young talent is seen in the competitions. So now if somebody finishes a course in Carnatic music, or they put in around 12 to 15 years of work in Carnatic music, they can take it up as a full-time profession. It is paying well. They can write about it. They can do podcast about it.
So
they
many
can
people, they've quit their
mainstream
jobs and they've taken music.
taken
and-
this
yeah.
mainstream. You can do recordings, you can play for films, you can do concerts, you can do productions. So now with the advent of electronics, they are doing so many. You can come up with a single, you can do so much. So the opportunities has opened up so much. And even north-south jugalbandis have increased.
Yes.
East-west collaborations have increased. The world has shrunk. So Carnatic music is also now recognized worldwide. You can see Ghatam Vikumama,
Yeah.
who's taken it to another
Another
realm
level.
altogether. Ganeshan has just won the Grammy
Correct,
with the violin. So Carnatic musicians have really put it out there on the globe. And people who were, kind of resonating a lot with Hindustani are now looking at Carnatic music. Hey, this is something. How did I miss this?
Yep.
This seems to be the mother of all systems.
Yep.
So they come and they travel and learn. So I think and with the youngsters doing so well, I think it's a bright future out there for
Wow,
Carnatic
like you mentioned, Akka, youngsters, and when you were saying, Anna, I always had this doubt saying, see, the musical maturity, the term what you use, no? I feel like at the age of 2022, for a musician, or let me not generalize every musician, most of my musician circuit friends, whomsoever I've interacted, I feel like the kind of aggression what they have in their ಸಂಗೀತದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾ ಹೇಳೋದು at the age of 2022, they will like ಒಂಥರ ಬೇರೆ aggression ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ರಮೇಣ ಹಾಗೆ as and when, I'm saying when they get evolved. Okay, so by the time when they reach 30, 35, ಬಂದಾಗ naturally the aggression will be a different form of aggression, I can say. See, the dedication, the aggression towards the daily sadhana practice will be there, but on the stage, ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು, they will be different. So, ನಾನು as an audience, as a first audience from 20, when they were 20, now when they're 35, when they're 40 ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ, I'll be observing a lot of ಒಂಥರ metamorphosis ಅನ್ಬೋದು ಆ whole journey-ನ. So, ನನಗೆ always I feel like the audience will be the same. Like you said, Anna, when they're playing 20 also, the set of audience will be like 60 plus ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್, ಅಜ್ಜೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀನು 20 ವರ್ಷ ಆದಮೇಲೆ 40 years ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್, ನೌ ದೇ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ 60. ಸೊ ದ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಂತೀನಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ನನಗೆ ಎವ್ರಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಈ 20-year ಅಗ್ರೆಷನ್ಗೋ 40-year ಅಗ್ರೆಷನ್, ಕೆಲವ್ರು ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರ್ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್, ದರ್ ಸಂಗೀತ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಸೇಮ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಂಗೀತ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ದ ವೇ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು. So that will be the same. How does it differ from different humans, or what exactly it has to be like that answer?
Yo, that's a beautiful question. In the sense, music same agidre bore agate.
Okay.
ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಫಾರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಹರ್ಡ್ ದೆಮ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ 5, right?
Yeah.
So according to me they were the fastest violinists. ಆ ಸ್ಪೀಡು,
I'm like, correct.
because they used to practice starting from around 8 o'clock in the night and play till 6 in the morning. ಆ ಥರ ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳೋದು, ದಟ್ ಫೈರಿನೆಸ್ ಅದು ಇತ್ತು. Then slowly they saw the world, their journey took them somewhere. They saw going to college, going to school, and they saw a different, Shakti was a band that was coming up and all that. Not coming up, that was like, Shakti was a band that was performing everywhere. So they heard it in India. Immediately they were inspired. They started using flanger, they started using, they formed a band. I think they were the first world music band called Brahma. In which year was that?
86, 87.
86, 87. So then they performed with drums and keyboard and all very renowned people. And then slowly that journey took place. And then everybody said, oh, Ganesh Kumaresh, they used to play very Carnatic with Tavil and Mridangam. So initially it was Mridangam Ghatam. Then it went with Tavil and Mridangam and Tavil Ghatam. And then it went with the keyboard and, oh, now they are fusion artists, they play fusion? No. Okay. Then they said, okay, coming back to Carnatic, why are there no special compositions for instruments? Instruments, because what vocalist is singing, that itself we are playing, no? So how to teach, what is there for violin? ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂ ಜಾನರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ರಾಗ ಪ್ರವಾಹಂ ಅಂತ ದೇ ಕಂಪೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಯೂಮರಬಲ್ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ಸ್, ರಾಗ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್, ತಾಲ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಸಿವ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಜರ್ನಿ ಟುಕ್ ದೆಮ್ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ಇವಾಗ ಗಣೇಶ್ ಕುಮರೇಶ್ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಗಣೇಶನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಓ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ವೋಕಲು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಭಜನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಹಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಯು ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ಅ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ 1973, then 83, then listen to 93 ರಾಗ ಪ್ರವಾಹಂ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ದೆನ್ 2003 ಇವರು ಬೇರೆಯೇ ಒಂದು ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳೋದು, ಇವತ್ತು ರಾಗಂ ತಾನಂ ಪಲ್ಲವಿ ಏನು ನುಡಿಸೋದು, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೊಂದು ನೋಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸೇ ರೀಟು, ಒನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸೇ ಗಾತ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಆ ಥರ ಬೇರೆ ಇಂಟರ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಫ್ಲೇವರೇ. ನಾವು ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೋ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು 73, ಬೇರೆಯೇ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ the musician's life, and then Ganeshana got into Shakti, and then he got into his collaboration. He started composing Tala Pravaham and Melakarta Ragas, Adu. So a musician gets possessed by an idea at a particular age.
Brilliant.
Like for instance, when you were doing your radio, you thought that, and then you went direction. Then you want to do podcast. You are kind of possessed by that. Ide en madudu ad. Your life revolves around that, and everything you do has a flavor of that.
Brilliant.
Now I'm playing Triveni with Zakir ji and Kalaji. That influence will be there in my music, in my thought process, even in my solo. Yeah. So if I'm going to sound the same in 2003 and 83 and 93, I'm not growing at all. But some of these changes audience will like, some they won't like, some they will criticize.
Correct.
They'll say, there are people who will say, I was nicely she was playing when she was 83. Wow, ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಇವಾಗ ಒಂಥರ ಒಂದು ಏನೋ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಶಿ ಹಸ್ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ನೋ, allow an artist to go through that journey.
Commercial,
correct.
Commercial gimmicks.
See, they don't understand one thing. So if you tell the audience, we have to tell, a performance is a combination of entertainment.
Yep.
She says beautifully. Entertainment,
education, elevation.
And elevation.
Entertainment, education, elevation.
3E formula.
So entertainment is, if you are a performer, entertainment is very, 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 very important.
Absolutely.
Unless the audience feel that he is part of the performance, he is not going to enjoy a concert.
Yep.
Otherwise you can do workshop. For education and elevation you can do workshop, or you can say I'm doing Nada yoga, you can do something like that. For a performer, those three are very important. But somewhere down the line, the connoisseurs, the so-called scholars, I don't know who, they have found that the entertainment to be a bad word.
Yeah.
So that drove away the audience from Carnatic music. See, if you are from a background
Yeah.
which doesn't has any musical sound
Yep.
in your family or anywhere,
Yep.
you go to a Carnatic music concert, you will run away.
Yep. That has happened initially to me. To be very honest, until and unless
Because it was not attractive.
attracted my mother, until and unless she pushed me to Carnatic music when I was 15 years old, till 12, 13, while she was listening to any Carnatic music or while she was pushing us, I used to feel like ಒಂಥರ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ರೋಫಾಬಿಕ್ ಥರ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಐಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವೈ ಸಿ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂಥರ ಬಲವಂತದ ಮಾಗಸ್ನಾನ ಅಂತೀನಿ ನಾನು, ಒಂಥರ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಫುಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡಿಸಿದಾಗ. ಸೊ ಐ ಡಿಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಗೋ, ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸಿಟ್, ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಪಿಳ್ಳಾರಿ ಗೀತೆ ಕಲಿತೀನಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ 4 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ವರಜಿತೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವಾಗ ಓಕೆ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬೈ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಯುರ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇನ್ ಟು ಇಟ್, ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ದಿಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರ ಒಂಥರ ಫೇವ್ರೇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಥರ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಅಣ್ಣ.
ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೇಕು.
ವೆರಿ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್. ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಂತೀನಿ, ಈಗ ಕನೋಜರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ಅನದರ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಷಿಯನ್ ಆನ್ ಮೈ ಪಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯರ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸೇ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್, ವೈ ಆರ್ ರಿಪೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾವು ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಕನೋಜರ್ಸ್. ಎವ್ರಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಐ ಸೇ about 100 people ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. 100 people ಅಲ್ಲಿ about 15-20 people will understand the complexity of the music what you guys are performing. The remaining 85 whatever people, they connect to the bhava or they connect to the performance
for the energy
ಅಂದ್ರೆ if I have to simplify say ಈಗ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಣ, ಕೃತಿ, ಸಬ್ ಮೈನು, ತನಿ ಆವರ್ತನ ಆಗ್ತಿರಂಗೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂದು 30% of the people will go out. I don't know, at even today I'm not able to understand why ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೇಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ದೇವರ ನಾಮ ಗೀತೆಗಳನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆನ್ ದಿ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಿವಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ ಹಾ ಅನ್ನೋ ಥರ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವೆರಿ ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಟು ದೆಮ್. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಮೈ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಷಿಯನ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಯು ಗೈಸ್ ಪುಟ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ಟ್. ಫಾರ್ ದ 15 people ದ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದ 85 people ದೇ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕೃತಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಜಗದೋದಾಹರಣ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕೃಷ್ಣಾನಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬರೋ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ
that is the recall value you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
But the first half,
yeah,
the conscious, the 15-20 people, for me,
who may come or who may not come.
For me, even there, that 85% is more important than the 15%.
Yeah.
With your grammatical presentation of the art form, if you are able to attract the 85%,
yeah,
the 15% should know the value of your performance.
Absolutely.
What you are trying to do. If they don't understand the 15% what you are trying to do, then they are not fit to be called as conscious. According to me.
I agree.
ಹಂಸಧ್ವನಿ ಅವರ ಭೈರವಿ ಅವರ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಿ ಈ ಥರ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಏನು ರೂಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Yeah.
There is no rule. Hard and fast rules. It should be like this. An art, as she said, an artist should have the freedom to explore and express a Bhairavi or the Kalyani the way he wants to.
Correct.
So coming back to what I was saying, this journey of a musician is long and continuous, which will have some success ideas and some experimental ideas.
Some failure ideas also.
And some failure ideas.
Yeah.
But he should not get scared to try.
I remember my Mava used to always mention, Fort High School in 1970 some concert, he's gone to Balmurali sir's concert. He says he sang 2.5 ಗಂಟೆ for Hindola Raga, he sang for 2.5 hours for the Raga. Then Samajavaragamana thought he did only one item for 4 hours at a stretch he did ಅಂತ. He said always 1970 ಆಗಿರೋದನ್ನ 1990 ಹೇಳೋರು, ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ರಾತ್ರಿ 1:30 ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಅವಾಗ ನೋ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್, ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ವಾಕ್ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಥಿಂಕ್ 2.5 ಗಂಟೆ ಬರೀ ಹಿಂದೋಳ ರಾಗನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗುರು ಇದು, ಹೌಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಅಂತ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ಅನ್ಸಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅಥವಾ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸರ್
ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅದು. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಕ್ಲಿಷೇಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್. Music, you should let music explore you and you should express it as that. So the beauty is when the system allows you that freedom. The system should give you that platform to explore.
Akka, like you mentioned, how do you guys both deal with the critics? Like the way you say it, over this whatever 4 to 5 decades ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು collaborations you would have got changed onto your table, different way ತಂದಿರ್ತೀರ. Like you say, few people, they would have loved it, they would have worshipped, they would have admired. At the same time, few others like saying like commercial ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಾಗ, how do you usually respond to these critics?
I don't have to worry about critics outside, because coming from a family of musicians, I have the hardest of the critics at home only. So from my home, here, everywhere. So it doesn't, if there is something positive, something that I can improve on, something for me to think, I take it. Otherwise, I just leave it.
Same, Anna?
My father used to tell me this. Look at a criticism from 2 angles. Who is criticizing you? If a musician is criticizing, listen to him and see and ask him how you can improve. If a critic does, then you are in the right line, because you are doing something different which he doesn't understand. Because a critic, his explanation, a critic always comes with a mindset. Music should be like this. That is all he knows. But you are doing something different. So if he is criticizing you, you are in the right way. You are finding your way, you are finding your path. But if a musician is criticizing you, give a serious thought to it, go and talk to him, get it correct. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Big lesson.
And this applies everywhere. Nadane ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು. Simple. It applies every field ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So saying like,
it's like no, when you say Kohli will be batting, commentator will be talking whatever. And a lot of people will be drinking tea, will give advice. You should have done that. He has played so many matches. He doesn't know what to do. But if a Gavaskar or a Sachin Tendulkar gives advice,
yes,
that is different.
ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಇವನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಆಡ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತಮ್ಮ, ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಆಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಕವರ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಹೊಡಬೋದು, ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ. I'll be like,
stand there and see.
No, that applies everywhere. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು
Same thing.
ನೀನು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ ಗುರು? ನೀನು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಾಡು ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ nobody can do that. ಬಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆದಂಥ they have a different way of answer. Hey, I'm an audience, I'm allowed to say whatever I feel like.
I will never forget one particular sentence a critic wrote. I didn't know whether to. His take was, he has gone to a vocal concert of a great musician, and he wrote, fantastic concert, it was great, but Shruti matra swalpa up and down aitu. So I said, great. So how can that be a great concert if the Shruti was not in sync? Basic, no?
Let's talk about the collaborations, what you guys have done in this 4 to 5 decades, Ali. Because so many numerous collaborations with numerous artists. Like, tumba nimage challenging ಅನ್ಸೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ದಿಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಒಂಥರ ರಿವ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಮೈಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಅನ್ಸಿದ್ದು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಕೊಲಾಬ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್?
Everything I am doing first, you do.
So playing with somebody else. First I did with my guru, Padmavati Amma. I had the opportunity to also play with Dr. S. Balchandar sir. That was something else. That would be like watching a magic show. So that happened. And then with my very, very dear Lalgudi Vijayalakshmi ji and Sikil Mala, with her. And then, of course, slowly I had started with North-South Jugalbandis with Kamala Shankar, and slowly, one by one, from the North. That's when I realized I had to do something for the veena. In a way, see, veena is a big instrument. Bhava, Gamaka, the intrinsic essence of Carnatic music can be represented very well. But when it comes to a particular space in a concert where the Saraswati veena will have to be played faster passages, then one had to devise some techniques and some ways. So I was trying to work on somewhere so that it could be a good Sawal Jawab. And when you play with Hindustani, the tans are very popular there, and that's what they play. So what is the response that we will give on Saraswati veena? So I played a lot of Jugalbandis like that. Then I got the opportunity to play with the BBC Philharmonic, and then collaborations, and then with in Berlin I played in the orchestra there, the Berlin Orchestra. We played Baroque music. Okay. So myself and Kala Ramnath ji, we played Baroque music, and they played Carnatic. So we had a very beautiful collaboration with that, and we didn't play Baroque music, but we learned to respond to Baroque music. And the greatest opportunity to perform with Ustad Zakir Hussain ji and learn as we play. Myself, Kalaji and Zakir ji, we have a collaboration called Triveni. So this has gone to different parts of the world, and that was one beautiful thing. Recently I collaborated with the Finnish orchestra, played with them, so in Helsinki. So these are some of the collaborations that I have done, and more than anything, something that is closest to my heart is the strings attached that I play with Kumaresh ji. So my first challenge was, imagine playing with the fastest violin player. And then here I'm having this distance to cover. So he would say, "Oh, do you want me to slow down the piece?" I'll say, no, you play in your speed. So, and the beauty is I come from a different parampara of music. He comes from a different parampara. Yep. So to find kritis that we play alike was very different. So we started making our own compositions that we can play together. We call it strings attached repertoire. So we made our own compositions based on our ragas and thalas. And some of those videos also we will share with you. And like this, each collaboration becomes better with mutual awe, mutual respect, and willingness to learn. So the journey continues.
Collaboration, the first collaboration I had was a very humbling experience. You know, Carnatic musicians, we have a mindset that we are the best music, the most advanced, technically the best and all that. I had to unlearn.
Yeah.
To play with a click track, those days were very difficult. We have never done that. So you always used to play to a thala. Correct. The best. So when you have to play with somebody, you have to sit on a click track. Takadimi, Takajunu will not sit.
Yeah.
It's hard work. Those days. Now we have various apps to do that.
Yeah.
And then appreciating music per se. I learned the concept of appreciating sound. Not a raga, not a kriti, not a korvai, but sound, musical sound. What is it that is music? First collaboration was with John Anthony, a fantastic guitar player, Johnny and Paul Jacob. I worked with them, the first Brahma that she was talking about. So while doing that, I learned a lot about what is the truth, what music actually is.
Brilliant.
That you do not be a raga, can be a sequence of notes, a family of swaras, but can have a deep impact on you. So till that time, whatever I played used to be in one raga. So there was this there's a beautiful composition which Anna has done in Nadina Kanchi, which we call as touch. In Brahma, we had a solo portion in that. And Johnny said, Kumaresh, you should not play Nadina Kanchi. create a solo that is not Nadina Kandi, we both will play. Should not fit to a raga. It was so difficult for me.
Why?
Because always everything is in a raga, right?
What is everything is in a raga?
Sagari, Mapa, only that's coming. He'll say, Gari, Gari, Nida. He'll go, like, skill, put a chord and play, whatever. I'll be like, I will not know what to do. Wow. See, I'm so stuck. I can't play with him. Yeah, maybe he's playing something from a different school of thought, not a different school of thought, but I should be able to connect.
At least on halfway ellaru ban.
So, and then that opened my eyes a lot. Started exploring. Then I started listening to Western classical music.
Wow.
Big fan of. I still the Sixth Symphony, Beethoven. I know the entire composition of my head.
My God.
Then I really got attracted to sound of music. What is music? Adondu, Yochana Bantu. And then the collaboration with the one and only the greatest musician ever, Zakir Bhai, happened. I read the first concert. Why I call him ever is because not only because what he does on the instrument, the person that he is.
The person that he is.
First concert in Music Academy Sadas. No rehearsal. He gets on stage with us. He has not heard us play before. He doesn't know anything. Hey guys, pleasure to be with you. That's what he said, just getting on stage. Do whatever you want. And he was with us throughout the concert. Whatever we played, he was there with us. How could he do that?
Yappa.
He will just hear it and like a Xerox.
That's seconds.
Ali,
in real time.
On stage, we didn't hold back. Me and Anna, we didn't hold back on anything. We just played on normal concert. He was there with us. How was that possible? How can somebody do that? So that is ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾಧನ ಮಾಡಿರಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು I am good in what I am doing, you do what you want, I'll be there with you.
Confidence.
ಅದು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? See,
if you
translate everything.
Correct. Yeah.
ಅದು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಇರಬೇಕು.
Yes.
So once I asked him, we were touring France, I asked him, Zakir, but don't you get bored? You played everywhere. You played in the festival, you name it, the art, you have done everything. And he said, no, I make every concert interesting mentally because I play with different musicians. I keep learning.
Collaboration, he is the epitome of collaboration.
100%.
Every collaboration possible in the whole world he has done.
So I keep learning. So which gave a thought, reverse, you have to learn. You have to start learning. Meaning listening. Learning doesn't mean seriously start learning Western music or jazz music. Start listening. You learn a lot. Just by listening. You know, incorporate what they are playing. But you can get inspirations from there. You can understand the concept of how music is laid. In doing so, you understand life better. And once you start understanding that, the journey is different. So all these collaborations has helped me understand myself better. I have grown as a person. I understand music better. I will not say I know music. I know Carnatic music. I will say I understand Carnatic music.
But ಎಷ್ಟು difference ಇದೆ. I know ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೂ I understand ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೂ.
No, you can never know.
I know.
ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. Now I have learned to experience music. ನಾದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? What is that? All the collaborations has helped me come here. So because impressions, you learn. Yeah, that's important, that's right? Correct. You are not unidimensional. You become multidimensional. The dynamics of music, you really understand that sound can do wonders.
But in that way, Anna, your collaboration with your ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಣ್ಣ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಲೈಕ್ 5 decades ಇಂದನೂ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆ. ಅದೊಂಥರ ಅವಾಗ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಜರ್ನಿ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಏಜ್ ಆಫ್ 5 ವೆನ್ ಯು ಬೋತ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೊಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ಲೇ ವಿತ್ ಸಮ್ಮನ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾಗ ಹೌ ವಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ವೆರಿ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಇತ್ತಾ?
It was very interesting because it's very, for me, I have never played any concert without my brother.
Correct.
The first thing was her.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಹೌದಾ?
So Actually, it was very funny. I still remember in my Chennai house, I said, come, let us play something together. She said, what shall we play? Our pitch is different, our mindset is different, musical thought process is different. For me, for her, Padantara is important. For me, Padantara is not important. I say, when you say Padantara, you get stuck to one thought process. You have to explore everything, break everything and find your own way.
ಅದೇ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ವೆ ಶಿ ಸೆಡ್ ಇವ್ರದೊಂಥರ ತುಂಬ ಸಮಾಧಾನಕರವಾಗಿರೋಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಂಗೀತ ಥರ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ಫಾಸ್ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ ಅದು ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರಬೇಕು.
So for me, the thinking, see her sound what she has done to the instrument through her sadhana. She is the torch bearer for Veena.
Okay.
See, for all of us in the 90s, we had a senior musician who was holding it, so we took it over from them.
Correct.
For her, 91 Balachandra Mama went. After that, nobody was there.
Yeah.
And she has a single-handedly, she has kept that instrument torch alive. And playing with that quality. Sadhane Madi, daily practice Madi. I have seen her practice. So that sound of the Veena, I have never, I'll be very honest. I'm sorry to all other Veena players. I usually did not like that sound of the instrument, that twang. Because it was not attractive for me. Hey, yes, Balachandra Mama, fine, yeah. But others, it was not. Chiti Babuji, yes. But others, it was not attractive to me. But when I heard her play at home, I used to stop. She has not seen me doing that. I used to listen to that playing. Wow, there's something in this. So when we started...
When we used to travel, he would even not remember Veena. He would say, where's your tambura? And I would be so mad.
So when we started collaborating with her, I had to. So all these thoughts helped me. The impressions I had with other collaboration helped me to listen to that sound of Veena and be a part of that soundscape. See, when you collaborate, it's very important to be part of that soundscape. You cannot be different than what that sound is. Otherwise, it won't be collaborative. It will be competitive. Competition, then the whole thing is gone.
Yeah. And it's going to be one time collaboration. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ.
So you have to be part of that soundscape, which is very important. That's what collaboration teaches you.
And also, ಅಣ್ಣ ಈಗ ಗಣೇಶ್ ಅಣ್ಣ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ದು ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲೇಮನ್ ಭಾಷೆಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಲೈಕ್ the tone of the violin, what you guys usually play, and initially I used to feel like how different it is, like kontra comparative.
See, that relationship is very very complex. It's Guru Shishya, brothers, friends, competitors, complementers, business partners, all together in there. It's a complex, beautiful relationship. There have been times we just think the same Sangadi on stage and play.
My God.
Yeah.
Anna he's in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
He'll be driving somewhere. Manni and she'll be talking. We both will be singing the same song.
They would call them when I was young, the Rama Lakshmana anta they used to call them.
So adu very simple. Practice together so many years, Alva.
How many years difference between you both?
2.5 years.
Yeah, it's like
so our practice has been together. And
it's like twins.
We wanted to sound different from all these great artists. See, there are so many violin duets at that point.
Correct.
In time. Adi Mama was there, Remaji Mama was there, Tins Mama was there, VVS Mama was playing, Chandru Sir was playing, Rukmani Amma was playing. Everybody were playing. So big competition. We were directly compared to their playing, so we had to sound different. We used to, as he said, we used to use flanger, phrases, phaser, all that we tried in 80s, and nobody even thought about it. In Kacheri, we used to do all that. So that sound, we did lot of research, lot of experiments rather, to get that sound. But now, today, it's a different world. You have so much fantastic technology available.
Yeah.
Though just nothing.
Though that's what I said. It sounds like you guys were ಒಂಥರ ahead
of their times.
Exactly.
There's no doubt about it.
Alva, because
There's no doubt about it.
2000, I mean, my exposure to Carnatic music was in 2000 ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು 24 years back when I listened to this ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ I used to feel ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ musicality, but just like a normal layman point of view ಇಂದ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ this sounds very different and ಒಂಥರ ahead ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Now when I go back and listen to the same pieces ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ I feel like wow.
We made sure that we connected to our generation.
Wow.
Not the previous generation. Because they were all fans of Laluli Sir or Emerji Sir.
Yeah.
They will never be our fans. We knew that.
That solid clarity. More than that, I always say, if you have the clarity of what not to do, automatically you'll have the clarity of what to do.
We knew we can never attract them. Laluli Mama, Emerji Mama, they're die-hard fans. Whatever you do, they will compare you to them only.
Correct.
So, thank you, sir. We will find our audience. We are lucky.
But the older generation audience, how are they appealing? Like how are in generally?
No, they used to say, Anavashi on the speed venda. You don't have to play.
They
so
would
fast.
call it gimmicks.
Gimmicks.
But that would have come with hours and hours of practice, that speed.
Naturally. ಅದೇನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹಿಂಗೆ ನುಡಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. And also, it's not about just 5 minutes. It's about like 3 hours or whatever, on 3.5 hours ಅಂತ.
See, to conquer an instrument,
yeah,
you have to become part of that. See, when she's playing a veena, it is not easy to play the instrument. Being a woman, it is all the more difficult.
Yep.
You have to surrender, or you have to control the instrument and make it yours.
Yeah.
It is not easy.
It's not easy.
And to do it's a tapasya because you do it alone. It's not like a band, you have 4 or 5 people sitting with you together, you can talk and blah, nothing like that. You're doing it alone. So that is a emotional and spiritual anchoring happening right there when you do that. You emotionally connect to the sound, spiritually you expand when you practice. That is where the Nada Upasana is. It's not practice, Nada Upasana. And slowly becomes Nada Yoga. And that becomes Nada Brahma later on, if you follow that journey.
But were you guys aware of it, that whole anchoring is happening to you guys ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ?
You won't be aware of it then you are a jnani, no?
Nothing you will be aware.
ಅದು
I'll be keep blessing you. Come, Mayuraa.
ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಪೂರ್ವ ಜನ್ಮ ಸಿದ್ಧಿನೇ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ.
No doubt, yeah.
I mean,
see, music is ತರ ಅದು. I tell my students, ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Only few of them flower. And in that flowering plant, only few of them give fragrance. ಅದೇ ತರ, you cannot go and ask the plant not flowering, why are you not flowering? Or that flower plant which flower, okay, why are you flowering? See, music is also like that. You get it, you are born with it. You get it, thank you. If you don't have it, don't have it. We can't do anything about it. You can't question it.
you can't question.
The difference, the division is part of nature. Everything can't be equal in this.
Correct.
Yeah, why is there fire and water? Why is everything not water? Why is everything not fire? Difference is part of nature. We should leave it at that and not question it. Enjoy the differences. Appreciate the differences.
How will be the collaboration with the vocalist in general for two of you in a different way?
I have been fortunate to do with a few vocalists, Sudhaji, Aruna Sairamji, Bombay Jayshriji, with all of them. With Jayshriji, of course, I've done a few concerts. It is very interesting collaboration. It depends on the vocalist. It depends on the pitch. And see, vocal or violin or flute has continuity. That is, you can go on. In Veena, it's a strummed instrument.
Correct.
So, ta, and then there is a silence till the next note. Ta da ta da ta, like that. Will come in the other instruments. So that silence is what makes it beautiful.
You should tell this. Anna used to say, when you in vocal, how do you sing a raga? Just one word, sing, no?
Next,
No, just one phrase. You have learned music, just one phrase.
Like, I mean, Hindola, if you say.
Whatever, sing.
I mean, I don't know.
So, what swaram? Sa, ni, sa, right?
Yeah.
Tadari. Why tadari?
I don't know.
You have,
Probably.
the alphabet should be A, right?
Ah.
Why is it not A and tadari? Why?
Probably Keli, I might have.
ಅದಲ್ವಾ ಏನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದರು ವೀಣಾ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಹಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್
Wow.
ಸೊ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್
Wow.
ಸೊ ಗಮಕ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವೀಣಾ ದಶವಿಧ ಗಮಕ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವೀಣಾ ವೀಣಾ ಗಾನ ದಶ ಗಮಕ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಅಂತ ದೀಕ್ಷಿತರು ವೀಣಾ ಮಾತಂಗಿ ರಾಜ ಮಾತಂಗಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮೀನಾಕ್ಷಿ ಎಂಬುದನ್ನು ಕೃತಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಹಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ vocalists should sit on the side to instruments.
Yeah, correct. ನೀವು ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ನೋ ಬಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಈಗ ಇಬ್ರಿಗೂ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಆಸ್
Yeah. So we just wanted to give the information
correct
that from Veena, all these impressions, all the main idea of singing.
Yep. That's why it's called the mother of all instruments.
Mother of all instruments, correct.
Yeah, from where it has come. I just wanted to give them. That is why I. But yeah. Finish it. What you were saying.
No, the same thing. So it is a perspective, basically. Yep. I'm sure before man made instruments, the first thing that man would have done is to sing. Definitely, yep. That's the first nature of man. Yeah. He would have sung. A mother would have sung to the child. But what it is mutually influencing, instruments would have, like many vocalists were inspired by Rajaratnam Pillai sir's Nadaswaram. So like that, mutual inspirations would have been that.
Anna, was it difficult for you as well? Like difficult in the sense, because for decades when you both were playing together as lead instruments ನುಡಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ as an accompany ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ
they never did.
Never did.
Once I was
That's why it's very difficult for me at home to get accompaniment.
Wow.
But I play the role very well. Okay?
It was always so low. So that is why it is not so low.
I do the role very well of accompaniment. Okay. So I was asked to play for a very senior artist for a concert in Tanjavur. So my condition was I will do if that senior artist play for me next day as an accompaniment. Sing for me as an accompaniment. So for me, that's for.
But that didn't happen at all.
They wouldn't have won again. Yeah. He wouldn't even ask the senior musician. I know that very well.
Let's talk about cinemas.
Super.
So now that I didn't know that you have acted in cinema.
Yeah. Yes. Sigaram. Sigaram means tip of the tallest peak in the mountain.
Yeah, Kanchenjunga.
Yeah, Kanchenjunga. Like that we had Yekuna Sigaram means the Everest of directors. K. Balachandra. And NTR.
Award-winning film. And NTR.
What is this?
Brahma Rishi Vishwamitra.
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಮ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣ ಅಣ್ಣ ರಾಮ ನಾ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣ ಕೆ ಬಾಲಚಂದ್ರದ್ದು ಓರ್ವೀಡಿ ಇರುವಾಸನ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್.
ಏನ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ ಬಾಲಚಂದ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆ ಬಾಲಚಂದ್ರ.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anna.
Beautiful.
Wow. And how was the experience?
Fantastic. Out of the world experience. So they could understand how it is not easy. Making movies, I totally understand when you say. It's not easy at all. So many things.
ಈಗ it is easy ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. Compared to like when you were talking about ಕೆ ಬಾಲಚಂದರ್ ಸರ್ ಎರಾ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಇವಾಗಿನ ಎರಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಬಾರ್ನ್ ವಿತ್ ಅ ಗೋಲ್ಡನ್ ಸ್ಪೂನ್ ಅನ್ಬೋದು ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ದಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಆರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಂತ. ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಂಪಾಸಿಬಲ್.
Amazing.
But how your music into film music ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಅಣ್ಣ?
Meaning?
I mean violins
While Anna has played a lot for music, I have not done much.
You did music for one film called Dance Like a Man.
We did music for a movie called Lessons in Forgetting. Antho movie did.
Okay.
They did music and
It won an award.
also got an award for that. That I have done that.
Oh, Anna has done a lot for
Yes,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
has played with Yara Raman.
Kadalin.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಣ್ಣ
No, that.
Yeah.
That is Anna.
Yeah.
That ringtone,
And then
famous
even
ringtone.
that
Pachai Kili Muthuchal.
Chennavale, and that no, there's a violin in that.
Oh.
There's so many.
Anna has done
So many.
lot of work.
How come you never got exposed into?
I came to Bangalore. Anna was in Chennai, so
So that feel.
Correct. That's also a very good question. Like when you came to Bangalore, when he was in Chennai, henge Amel collaboration, how did it happen?
big deal. No.
Like
we
you
can
go-
drive, we can go by train. Those days, not so many flights. I could go by bus. So many options were there.
Practice sessions ke?
He would come here, he would go there and Skype.
There is a way.
See, after some time, it is
Yeah.
just talking.
I know.
We'll do that. We'll do this. And if he learns a new composition, he'll send me the audio track. Or if I have something in mind, I'll send him there. Email was not, phone were not so good. So we'll record and send it email. That was possible.
Akka, your exposure to the film music?
After my marriage.
Andre?
That is typically
Okay.
Carnatic musicians' cars
Yep.
and everywhere in that time we would be filled with GNB Mama, Semangudi Mama, all concert.
Semangudi.
Yeah, all those things.
Yeah.
So when I got married, the car would always have only, PB Srinivas, Hindi, Ilayaraja, everything. So I would say, what kind of a Carnatic musician are you? Where are those kacheris?
Wow, your exposure to film music was like till like that, Anna, actually.
You know, he knows every background score. He knows everything by heart.
Yeah, if you just play the first line of a song, not the lyrics, the first melody.
The first
I'll tell
few
you song.
notes, he'll
My
tell you.
God, wow. Then I should do a trip with Anna then.
So all that I've heard, and we were going on driving Bangalore, Chennai, Bangalore, Chennai. So everything, I got the initiation. And now I'm
Now
well.
she will say all that.
Now I'm well.
First line,
initiated.
that song, no, she will say. So I've trained
But
them
you
there.
never played for any films, Akka?
I played here and there a few. Now I played for Girish Gopalakrishnan. That famous song, no?
என்ன படம் நான் காளி என்ன படம் போது
Something on Devi. That was
பச்சை
Nayanthara's movie.
என்ன அம்மா பச்சை அம்மனா வாட்ஸ் இட்
No. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think that made into controversy at that
என்ன
time.
அம்மன் என்ன படம்
Nayanthara's.
Yeah.
No controversy in that
There was a
movie.
controversy, a big controversy.
Big
Balaji.
Correct. Oh no. Oh yeah. Wait. Mukuti Ammanna.
Mookuthi Amman.
Ah,
Yeah.
No, that was not into controversy, Anna.
That was a random controversy, no?
Okay.
Yeah. Because they showed only our side, they didn't show the other people who were.
Oh.
He had taken it, edited it.
So like that. In their film I played. Few
Yeah.
films like that.
Akka, did you play with, I don't know, always I feel Mozart meets Madras, the Veena section was played by you, Akka?
No.
No, right? I've always popularized it to the whole world also, it is played by Jayanthi Akka.
No.
I always feel like, okay, this is, I mean, I don't know. Because someone told me, I think ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ that Veena is like it is Jayanthi Akka ಅನ್ನೋ ತರ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ.
Most of the music you hear on Veena is played by Punya Srinivas in Chennai. She's
Okay.
known as Devi earlier.
Wow.
And before that, Parthasarthi sir, he used to play. And now, of course, Rajesh Vaidyaji. All of them, they're heavily into all the music that you hear in the films is by them.
One quick rapid fire round.
Yes.
You both have, without the instruments, I'm doing this one actually.
We are the instrument.
So basically, let's do this raga and emotion anta. Saying like, I thought like, instead of the, what do you call, ದೇವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಥರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು
ರಾಗನೇ ದೇವರು ತಾನೆ. See, I'll tell you one thing. When you say
Ragadevata.
ರಾಗದೇವತಾ.
when you say divine, it is beyond any kind of boundaries, right?
Yeah.
when you sing, you put them into a language and thought, no idea, no?
Yeah.
They will beyond that.
ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಹೌದು, ಸತ್ಯ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಐ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ಲಗ್ ಇನ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲೈವ್ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಲೈವ್ ಶೋಸ್ದು ಆಡಿಯೋ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕ್ಲಿಪ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋನ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಫೀಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ us and the audience. And please, anyone, please don't do the copyright strike for me. That is the only humble Savinayada Manavi request. Let's begin with my favorite raga.
Emotion or raga?
He will tell the raga, you will tell.
I'll tell the raga, yeah.
You know, you are... I can twist anything because emotions to a scale is given by the musician.
That's why let it come, then we'll see.
Okay, howda, sari, okay. Sure, Allah?
Yes, go ahead.
To me, my always most favorite raga is Shanmukha Priya.
Romance.
Mystery,
yeah?
So this itself shows that we cannot restrict one raga to one emotion.
Yeah. Correct.
It is in the for me that is mystery. He will take some other part of the raga which will be very romantic.
The nice is
So ga, he is going to the ga part of it. So like that. So it is a interpretation. Next raga.
Wow, I'm loving this now. Mohana.
For me, Mohana is Krishna.
Okay, wow, nice.
So I always think of Krishna happy, bright, and very sprightly.
Okay.
sad.
ನೀ ಡೆಲಿಬ್ರೇಟ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ.
ಅದೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅದು.
We can make Mohana sound sad.
How and why?
Why la?
Being different for the
For the sake of it ಅಂತ.
ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ?
ಲೈಕ್ ಹೇಗೆ?
See, that is Gari sa sad.
I don't think it is sad.
When I play it will be sad. I'm not there. This is my instrument. I have to get the violin. No.
ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದು. Okay.
I can do that. I can make it.
Okay, next one. Now it's a test to my raga adidu anta. Nasika Bhushini.
ಹಾ, ನಾಸಿಕಾ ಭೂಷಣಿ ಒಂಥರ ಪ್ಲೀಡಿಂಗ್.
Okay.
ಸರಿ ಗ ರ ರ ನ ರ ನ ನ ರ ನ ರ ನ ರ, ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಬೇರೆನೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
ಅದೇ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
Playful.
Oh wow, okay.
ಹೌದು, I agree because they made a playful piece in that.
Wow.
Play.
Wow, you have that piece ಅಣ್ಣ?
ಇದೆ
It is there. Yes,
ಇದೆ.
absolutely.
I agree.
ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇದೊಂಥರ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಓಕೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಬಟ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಮಾ ಸಕ್ಕದಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಕ್ಕ. ಪಂತುವರಾಳಿ.
ನಂದು ಒಂಥರ ಫೇವ್ರೆಟ್ ಇದು. ಪಂತುವರಾಳಿ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಸೋಲ್ಫುಲ್, ಸೋಲ್ ಸರ್ಚಿಂಗ್.
It is Shiva, Rudra.
Rudra, I also,
Anger.
yeah, both.
All that you can show. See, this soul
I agree.
searching can be very spaced out, very explorative.
Correct.
Rudra, anger. So much dynamism. All, see.
ಒಂಥರ ತೀವ್ರ ಭಕ್ತಿ.
So it can be anything. See, any raga can be.
ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಜನರಲೈಸಿಂಗ್, ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಂತುವರಾಳಿ ಸೆಂಟಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಮವರ್ಧಿನಿ ದೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಲಸ್ಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ.
Because of the name.
No,
ಕಾಮವರ್ಧಿನಿ.
ಕಾಮವರ್ಧಿನಿ. Yeah, correct.
See, for example, the early morning.
Yeah.
Raga is always they go there. Because it is stuck in the mind that should be the one. Or if it is Soka, then immediately put Shivaranjani.
Yeah, they go like that, right?
They go like that.
Yeah.
It's all stuck in the mind. Nothing like that.
Okay, next.
I can make Ananda very like a very, I can make somebody's crying, we can do that. We can make Ahiri very romantic raga. Mukari, somebody has, Ramachandra G. Ramanadevarji has put a romantic song in Mukari. Supposed to be a sad raga.
ಕದನ ಕುತೂಹಲ.
ಕದನ ಕುತೂಹಲ ವೆರಿ ಪ್ಲೇಫುಲ್.
ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್.
Contrast. Markot ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಿಂಡಿ.
ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲವಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ.
I can make it wailing for you. ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ 5-6 ಆಯ್ತು.
ಇನ್ನ 4 ಆಗಿರೋದಣ್ಣ.
ಆಯ್ತು ಪಂತುವರಾಳಿ ಆಯ್ತು.
First we said we start with Mohana.
ಷಣ್ಮುಖಪ್ರಿಯ.
ಷಣ್ಮುಖಪ್ರಿಯ ಮೋಹನ, ನಾಸಿಕಾ ಭೂಷಣಿ,
ಕದನ ಕುತೂಹಲ.
ಕದನ ಕುತೂಹಲಂ, ಪಂತುವರಾಳಿ. ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ?
ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಯ್ತು.
ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸರಿ.
ಪಂತುವರಾಳಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಕದನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಗೋನ್ ಬಿ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. ನನಗೆ ಈಗ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಒಂಥರ ಆಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಔಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತರ ಅಂತ. ಲೈಕ್ ಗಾನಮೂರ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ರಾಗ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ?
ಸೂಪರ್ಬ್ ರಾಗ.
ಎವ್ರಿ ರಾಗ ಸೂಪರ್.
ಎವ್ರಿ ರಾಗ ಇಸ್ ಸೂಪರ್. ಗಾನಮೂರ್ತೆ ಒಂಥರ how do you call, explorative, in the sense like you go on a journey and you explore and you experience and you keep learning along the way. ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್.
ರೊಮ್ಯಾಂಟಿಕ್.
ತುಂಬ ಓವರ್ ಆಗಿ
ಅದೊಂಥರ
ರೊಮ್ಯಾಂಟಿಕ್,
ಫುಲ್ ರೊಮ್ಯಾಂಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು.
ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಇಸ್ ರೊಮ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್.
Which is true, I agree.
Romancing is like this music.
Yeah.
That's the highest expression.
ಹೌದು.
So romance and love is the highest expression of emotional content of man.
ಗಾನಮೂರ್ತಿ ತುಂಬ ಅದು ಫೇಮಸ್ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್
Yeah.
ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ದ ರಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್ ರಾಗ. Welcome to Kapo Carnatic Point of View. One raga, many dimensions. Today we are going to meet Ganamurti, Melakarta number 3. Very beautiful ragam, and as soon as you say Ganamurti, the first thing that comes to your mind is Tyagaraja Swami's composition Ganamurte Shri Krishna Venu Gana. It's a beautiful, beautiful composition. So let us see this ragam in a different point of view. So I had visited a museum, a beautiful ancient museum, and it had some very rare sculptures, statues, paintings, so many things that was telling the story and history of the past. The mystery in it was absolutely engaging me to no ends, and I was busy taking notes.
Okay, one last sorry page ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬಿಟ್ಟು. This is my favorite raga, Hindola.
Hindola.
Fiery.
Wow.
Fiery raga.
Romantic.
ಏನು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇಬ್ರದ್ದು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಾನು ಅದೇ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋಂಥದ್ದು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋನ್ ಬಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋನ್ ಬಿ ಫನ್.
So actually we can do a concert like this. Thank you. Got an idea.
Hello. Vande Ragadu, we did no point of view that series in Kapo Carnatic.
You did right.
How each raga can be viewed differently, remember?
I would love to host the concert.
So done. Project is ready.
No, that was one great opportunity which I got with you. I mean, I was shivering before,
Yeah, it was
there,
really
and
enjoyable.
after also saying like because ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಅಣ್ಣ, when you know ಅಂದರೆ ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆ ಥರ ಯು ನೋ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೈ ಡೆನ್ ವೆರಿನ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರ್ ಇಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಮನೋಧರ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇವನ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್
You
ಮನೋಧರ್ಮ.
were amazing. You did a great job, and ಅವರು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಪೇಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು.
Oh, that he did right.
ನೀರ್ನಳ್ಳಿ ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರು
ನೀರ್ನಳ್ಳಿ ಗಣೇಶ್ ಅವರು.
ನೀರ್ನಳ್ಳಿ ಗಣೇಶ್ ಅಲ್ಲ,
ಅದು ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಮನೇಲಿ ಇದೆ.
ಹೌದಾ?
You have the picture at home.
Jai sir was supposed to play and he couldn't.
He was unwell.
He was unwell, so I clearly that was
Yeah.
like one. Anyway,
Beautiful. Great discussion, great chatting, great conversation.
Yes, a
How's the
beautiful
experience
morning.
coming to
Very,
the-
very,
Very nice.
very nice. It was not the cliched interview.
Yeah.
This, I think, brings people together, makes us think,
Yeah.
brings about a certain
Yeah.
new ideas.
Connect to our own journey and able to recollect certain things which we have not done before.
Yeah. No, I mean, thanks Anna, thanks Akka for being part of this show. I mean, I always, I was looking for this because we have been planning from quite a
Very
long
long
time,
time.
very long time in fact.
Yeah.
And whenever I thought like, okay, let me have an interaction podcast ಮಾಡ್ಬೋಣ ಅಂತ. I didn't know what to speak or how this whole podcast will go ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Until yesterday, last night ವರ್ಗೂ ನಂಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Till 12 midnight ವರ್ಗೂ. I'm like, okay, let me try to do something. Then I figured out this is not going to work. So you just sit in front of them, whatever comes, just go with the flow. Go with the flow was the tagline I kept myself. I said, okay, no preparation. Like I said, see, mobile phone barkonde, first question. And my mobile phone is also not with me now. So I've not even looked at like what exactly are the topics. I mean, every podcast I say that this is not an interview. It is the conversation between the people. See, when you have an interview format, then naturally my questions will be like, okay, it's going to be restricted. Like how, though initially we start, how was your journey? How was this one? So it is a conversation when it happens, like just that two cameras are set for a conversation, right. I can say. So that is how when we dwell into it, and like I say, I'm greedy for wisdom. And ನನಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೋ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲಿ even
I'm
there
sure. We wish you not just 50K but 100, 150, everything.
Thanks, Akka.
See, every conversation there is a takeaway from both sides.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's takeaway from both sides. So it is always good, as I told you, the learning thing which you learn.
Yeah.
And unlearning.
Yeah.
Life is all about that.
Correct. Learn and unlearn.
She said, no, you try to be that white screen and nothing more than that.
That was the promo moment of my show.
Yeah. And nothing more than that. That's what we all are.
Hello.
And mine does that number on us.
Yep.
But this is a beautiful conversation.
Thanks,
so
Anna.
much
Thank you for having us, Mayur. All the best to you.
Thank you.
And our pranams and bye-bye to all your viewers.
No, before we signing off, I have a small gift from my end to you both.
I didn't bring any gift for you.
No, that's you both coming to my show is only the biggest gift.
It should be both ways, no?
No, basically, I have. What did I want? Can you be a little louder?
He's saying he's giving two. Let's give one back to him.
Anna, there is one joke for you, Anna. This joke I have preserved it for you. How do you, when you're in a railway station, how do you call it train? Or like in which raga do you call it train?
Simple.
Taga
Taga.
Illa Anna, innondide Anna.
Oh, it's a joke.
Joke Anna.
So I'll go, oh.
What is it?
So you have to call it train.
Okay.
And you're in a platform.
Okay.
In which raga do you?
Train. There's no Relavati.
Bare level.
Relavati. Yeah.
Abogi.
Bogie.
This is a compartment.
ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕ.
ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತಾ?
Did you know Tyagaraja the New English?
Tyagaraja New English.
Yeah. He has even composed a song in English.
Peda.
Okay, I will give you the context also. He was going towards the temple. We had darshan of Rama. The temple is coming back, and he was like in a trance. And suddenly he came out of the trance, and he didn't know where he was. He was lost.
You have opened a different door.
So I sang a song.
Which one, Anna?
In the way to go.
I vaguely remember, I clearly remember this one joke. I have to say this, okay?
Joke.
we had this session with Akka at your house, just like Kanapura Road.
Yeah.
Okay? And that day Abhishek had come.
Oh, okay.
So he was there. So I was telling one joke to Akka in between the practice. Abhishek already knew the joke. Okay, like at the half of the way only, he like, yes, I know it, and he's fully excited. I don't know whether. And basically once there were two friends. Okay, Mickey Mouse and
once two friends.
Okay, Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. Okay, so ಈ ಡೊನಾಲ್ಡ್ ಡಕ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ರಾಮಾಯಣನ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟಾಗಿ. ಯು ನೋ ದ ಜೋಕ್? ದೆನ್ ಆಗರ ವೇಸ್ಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಪಿಸೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಜೋಕ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. I want this. Akka, please, I want you to open it here only. Anna.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
So basically, I have opened a merchandise store on my own.
Oh, very nice.
And it's called as Namaskara Guru Anta.
Namaskara Guru.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's
Nice.
What all you do? We will show your viewers. ಆಹಾ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ
Beautiful.
Yep.
Very nice.
ಅಲ್ವಾ
Size.
Excel. I hope
ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್
Very nice.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಅಕ್ಕ. ಸೈಜ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್
We can
ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇಟ್
work
ಆಲ್ಸೋ.
Yeah, we can work on that.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್.
The exchange off the record.
On that note, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಸಂಚಿಕೆನ ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಫೇವ್ರೆಟ್ ಪಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೋಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಫಾರ್ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಅನ್ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್. Like Anna said, I had a lot of unlearning and learning. So thank you for being such kindful humans I've ever met actually. So you shower that love and affection as always. The whole like about 10-15 years, more than a decade I've been meeting you. So that madhyadalli esto varshadinda meet madilla, but still the warmth and love is always. Thank you so much. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಸಂಚಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಜೊತೆ ಸಂದರ್ಶನ ಅಲ್ಲ ಪಾಡ್ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಟಿಲ್ ದೆನ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ಫೇಡ್ ಸ್ಟುಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನನ್ನ ಟೀಮ್ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕುಶಾಲ್, ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಾಜೀವ್ ಜಾಯ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಾಟ್ಸಾಪಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Spinsaloon channsandra, they are my very closest friends. They have sponsored this show. Okay, if you want to please use any of the services from Spinsaloon antane, you can go in the channsandra. Anna nimgen beda.
Thanks.
I don't mundi.
It's a very nice space to be, you know.
Yeah.
You don't need it.
I was there in that space. ಮುಂದಿನ ಸಂಚಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತೀನಿ. Till then signing off. Namaskara, Guru.